Hello, good morning. It's Tuesday. It's July 2nd. This is a special day for me that is in my memory because it's the day that my parents got married 42 years ago. Now, my parents aren't married anymore, but they're still friends, and we do things together as a family. And I have memories of looking at the photos of that day, and it looked like a really special day. So, happy anniversary to my parents who are not married anymore, but we can still celebrate that fun day. Yay, thanks, guys. Anyways, what's also going on today is that there is a solar eclipse happening. We're not going to see it in America. It is going to be visible in South America, but it's still kind of a notable time, and I'm going to tell you why. The times of eclipses is when, the Earth is going to be passing in front of the sun, and it's going to create a shadow. So in the astrology world, oh my gosh, do you hear the airplanes above? There's been a lot of air activity today. We live by military bases. Anyways, so up in the sky, we have these things going on, and eclipse time, it's a powerful time, and there's been a lot going on energetically in the world. I don't know if you're tuned in or tapped in or care to be, but last night I kept waking up in kind of a dream state, and all I kept thinking in my head was kind of what has been going on in my world over this last week, and that is just feeling of needing to create space. And so in my world, what needing to create space looks like is very physically going through my environment and like getting rid of things. So I have a little layer of items that I've cleansed out of my apartment. Really, I just went in there and I looked at the stuff on the walls, and it was very cluttered. And at one point I needed to show people who I was. And I just was like, this isn't me anymore. I need to make room for something different. So I took a bunch of pictures and posters off the wall, and I have given them away. And I have a new layer of items that I don't need anymore that I'm going to go give to the Goodwill right now. And the other thing that kept playing in my head in my, dream state was that things were going to be switching. Things were going to be really changing quickly. And that kind of got me on that idea of this eclipse. It's like a lights on, lights off kind of a situation. So right now in your world, I guess I would ask you, what are you creating space for? And if you're not creating space for anything different, what are you holding on to that's taking up space? Because this eclipse time, this day, this energy that we're playing with right now, it's going to be calling for this quick inverted nature of this to kind of become very obvious. So if you're looking around in your world and you see that you don't have a lot of space that you created, or you're holding on to things that aren't really serving you, then my guess is that you're going to be coming into some awareness about how that stuff is really holding you back, or it isn't really defining you anymore. And then in the opposite nature, if you, like me, have been feeling like, oh, I don't know why, but I need to make room, or like I need to let go of this way of thinking, or of this relationship, or of this poster, but maybe it didn't make sense, I would guess that pretty soon you're going to be snapping into some kind of a version of yourself, or a reality, or an opportunity where you're like, whoa, wow, I'm so glad I kind of let that go so that I could be available for this. Example, in my world, I let a bunch of stuff go. And then yesterday on the sidewalk, I found this really cool portable hair dryer, like a vintage one, totally working, super awesome, lady chic, retro consolette hair dryer. I plugged it in, used it right away. Then I'm driving around town and I'm just chilling, and I see someone putting out this really cool mirror that looks like a window, and it looks like he had constructed it. So it's got like a wood slats in the middle, and then it actually has like a shelf attached to it. So I just went by and grabbed it. He even came out and he said, I'm so glad it's going to a good home. So that's in my energy field right now in my house, and I'm figuring out where that's going to go. Paying attention to these little things that happen in your world, it's such an easy change, and it can just really bring a lot of new magic into your life. And I mean, these are things that are probably already happening in your world, but maybe you're just not paying attention, or maybe you're starting to notice like a lot of weird coincidences. My channel's making a little more sense than it did before. And, don't be afraid of that. I would say just kind of move into that space. If you've been watching my channel, then maybe you have been creating space for more of my videos to make sense to you. Okay, well, I'm gonna go pay my rent because that is something that I like to do to solidify my place in my reality right now, which is thriving entrepreneur. Yeah, so that means I pay my rent on time, happily. And then I have a silly little thing I'm gonna do after that. I have two little scratcher tickets that I've been waiting to scratch until after I pay my rent so that I know that I'm balanced energetically with my money. Just upping my chances for luck. Anyways, I hope you have good luck today and that you enjoy the energy of this day and have a smile. So I'll talk to you another time. Natalie, the dear hairdresser, saying goodbye. Bye-bye.